And welcome back to Icarus weekly patch notes week 222. I'm here with Carl and Echo, so let me hop over to Discord. Hey folks.
Hiya, how are you doing?
Very well, very well. It's weekend and Elysium is out.
Yep,
Ooh,
sound
yeah.
check sounds good.
Good. So yeah, I'm ready to go through the patch notes quickly and get into some gameplay. I don't know how about
Agree.
you.
Very quick skim over the new stuff indeed, and then into gameplay, I would agree.
Yeah, alrighty.
So,
On you go. I'm going to mute out for just a second. I'll be right back.
So we are at week 222, which is, by the way, not even mentioned in the patch notes this time. We're getting Icarus Dangerous Horizons expansion and also the free Kepler update. So we've got a massive new DLC, Dangerous Horizons, map name Elysium. All new map, the free update, introducing Tech Tier 5, and much more. So, our first major expansion since New Frontiers, Dangerous Horizons delivers a whole new map, Elysium, including new missions, threats, mechanics, recipes, and more. Now, there is this very dope trailer on YouTube, which I'm not even gonna take the time to show because I'm eager to go into gameplay, but I would suggest go watch it on YouTube because it's looking real good. Now, as with all of our major DLC content, we pair this with a massive free update for all Icarus owners, the Kepler update. Kepler gives players access to new resources, a whole new tech tier, missions across all existing maps, featuring humanoid NPCs and more. Keep reading for all the details. Now, Icarus base game is currently on sale for 66% off, €11.5. The Dangerous Horizons expansion, the DLC, is for a 15% off for $24.64. And I'm telling ya, it's looking good. So let's quickly read through some of the Dangerous Horizons expansion. The new map, Elysium, an entirely new 8x8 kilometer map, so as big as Olympus, Styx, and Prometheus. Made up of desert, tundra, geothermal, and volcanic areas. And a first for Icarus, an NPC encampment. Now, this map also features a few other unique gameplay modifications not seen before on other maps, waiting to be discovered. Alongside the new environments, Elysium presents the player with a menagerie of new creatures to avoid, fight, tame, farm, and ride. Many of these new creatures are fully integrated with existing systems, like the genetic systems, and many can be tamed and have all new talent trees to discover. We've got a new world boss, as you can see here, it's the Worm Queen. That thing is massive.
It looks a little bit interesting. It doesn't really look like a worm. It looks more like a overgrown facesucker, but we shall see.
Well, you know how caterpillars turn into butterflies?
Yep. We mentioned and this one it's the queen. She's quite big. Looks like it's going to be an interesting fight. Those wings look quite sharp, but we shall encounter her hopefully after we're leveled up a bit, not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning, no.
Exactly.
Because we're gonna start with new characters, there's no way we'll be able to take her on yet.
Exactly.
Nice with other maps, Elysium features its own boss fight that will truly test the limits of your combat capability. And yes, Karel, I will be putting health tonics on my hotbar.
God, seems like it might be nascent, or maybe not. Maybe she just one-shots you, so we shall see.
Also a possibility, yeah. Tames and mounts. Elysium features many newly discovered native fauna that prospectors can tame. From mischievous primates to menacing canines towering camels, and not to mention the fast and lethal raptors. All these creatures have their own unique talent tree of buffs and abilities. We have the Storka, for example, like a doggy crossbred with a kangaroo or something. They're mid-sized predators native to the tundra, built for agility and endurance in low visibility conditions. As social creatures, they are typically found in packs, making them particularly hazardous to wayward prospectors invading their territory. Another animal is the gribbler. They're small, fur-covered omnivores that scuttle across the tundra with unnerving speed. You will occasionally catch them hanging from trees, and they've been known to throw sticks at unwary prospectors. Little monkey. Previous patch notes have talked about tundra monkey to be tameable, so I reckon with the snare trap. We have the skulk. Stocky, low to the ground and armored with jagged dorsal spines. The skulk is a predator built for ambush in the frozen wastes of Elysium. When tamed, they make an excellent guard dog. Looking quite stocky indeed. With the slinker. Slinker prowls the tundra biome. Its sleek frame and low stance built for silent pursuit across frozen plains. Its camouflage makes it nearly invisible in twilight, striking fast from cover.
Looks cool. I like the style of it. If it's tameable, that'll be the new wolf plus a little bit better. So it looks pretty cool.
Exactly. Then we have the raptor. It's a swift bipedal predator built for speed and endurance, using powerful legs and curved talons to strike prey with precision. Unlike other mounts, they can learn new attacks and can be commanded to crouch or sneak.
And we can see the juvie behind there. Quite cute. Must get our own.
Yep. Another variant of the raptor is the dune raptor, a subspecies of raptor tailored to life in the desert that, if trained correctly, can utilize a devastating fire attack. So, what, fire breathing? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty. So, like, I would imagine maybe like an acid spit, or maybe like a fire breathing. That sounds pretty cool.
It says a fire attack, so.
Yeah, it could also maybe just be like a type of heat damage proc for like swipes or kicks or something to that effect. If it's fire breathing, that would be a little bit over the top, but we shall see.
Yeah, it can be like the obsidian weapons do fire damage.
Just on its claws or something, on its talons, because they do have to. They seem to have quite a nasty pair of kickers. So.
Oh yeah. Then we have the draven. Draven are hardy, thick-skinned desert dwellers, built to endure the scorching winds and blistering heat of Icarus' arid biomes. Now, over time, environmental adaptation has thickened their hides and altered their physiology, making them far more resilient and far less patient than their ancestors. Just to be clear, the Draven are the camel-like things here.
Because I was thinking, what the heck is that thing behind the camel? Because I don't see anyone talking about that thing. So whatever that thing is.
So I think this is the one we have seen on laptops and posters before.
It's like an armored scorpion, triceratops, spiky, what's this? Crab, scorpion thing. It looks pretty interesting.
But I think we've seen this one on images on laptops and posters before, but then we saw them like a side profile. If I look at the legs.
Yeah, looks pretty cool though. It looks like something that's going to be slow and encumbering, but it will probably smack you pretty hard with that tail of it.
Oh yeah. So camels, desert animals, so they should be better adapted against the heat, I would say. You also see, by the way, a couple of moas in the background. So the moa is there as well. Breeding and husbandry. With the release of this patch, raptors, dune raptors and slinkers can now be bred to produce offspring, each with their own serums and unique phenotypes. Gribblers, like the wolf, have also received new phenotypes colors that can be acquired through capture and taming. Not through breeding, but through capture and taming. We will continue to add breeding to more new and existing creatures in future updates. So Slinkers is actually breedable. So I would say Slinker is a mount. That's interesting. It's going to be a fast one as well, from the looks of it then.
Well, the Slinker looks pretty. I don't think it'll be a mount, but I think it's going to be like a wolf, basically. So they said that wolves would be also breedable because they're bringing new thingies out. So
No,
yeah.
tameable.
Eventually.
True, true. Hey Jennifer, welcome to the channel. How you doing? So yeah, interesting new animals. And look at this. I wonder, right? This guy, is this a Draven which this guy is riding? And the
No,
Slinker next to it?
No, that's the Storka next to it, and he's riding
He's riding a raptor.
Yeah, the raptor, yeah. I can't tell if it's the desert one or the normal one, but it seems it's like the normal one.
I don't know if it's a raptor though.
It's a raptor.
That is looking dope.
I think it might be the desert like one, because you can see it looks like the skull has like a little bit of a like pit, so it might be the desert one. So, and you can see by the tip of the tail having like the fluff point. You see if you look up, it's got the little fluff point on it. So yeah, it is the desert.
Yeah,
raptor.
indeed. I hadn't seen the tail yet. Yeah, it's a raptor then.
Yeah.
Looking dope though.
Yep.
Aggressive wildlife. Over 45 new creatures and variations have been added to Elysium, ranging from gentle deer to the terrifying yeti. Each region offers unique wildlife, so thorough exploration is key to encountering them all. Many of these creatures feature new behaviors, adding both challenge and variety to your adventures across the planet.
That's a lot of new creatures. I definitely like
Yeah.
it because it's mixes things up. But we did mention that it's also more alien, this new biome. So based upon the look of these things, yeah, I wouldn't want to turn around in my bedroll and be face to face just with a few of those things. That won't be nice.
The first one looks part hedgehog, Eastervark.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing looks like. It would give me nightmares. That one and the last one and the floating one is also not something I would say look quite nice. Even the Yeti looks, very. I mean, the second one looks okay. It's like a
flamingo.
Plumish, like a ostrich mixed with a flamingo kind of thing. But
We have a Yeti, and then some kind of flying lobster or something.
yeah. And then there's a freaking Atlantic deep sea king crab on the land with whatever the heck those things are. So yeah, definitely interesting.
And the last one, I have no idea. There's something from Alien or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facehugger. Nah, Jennifer, I'm not interested, if you don't mind. Next, soldiers, drones and outposts. Now, in addition to the natural wildlife, prospectors will now also encounter hostile soldiers, their outposts, and drones scattered throughout Elysium. These hostile forces spawn in a manner similar to how beehives appear in the wild, creating dynamic encounters as you explore. I hope they are not as common as beehives though, because on the sticks you can hardly run 100 meters without encountering 2 or 3 bee trees. But
Yeah, and by the looks of it, either those are prospectors or those are the NPCs. And there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them, and they seem to have guns. So
They
hopefully
have
either
guns,
A,
yep.
drop the guns, or we need to have guns sooner than anticipated. So we shall see.
Successfully locating and clearing their outposts rewards players with valuable resources, making these zones both dangerous but worthwhile. Be prepared for tactical combat though, as drones and soldiers will actively defend their positions, adding a new layer of challenge to life on Elysium. These drones, by the way, will have a chance of dropping electronics when you kill them. New vehicle, the hover frame. the speeder from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
looks like
look at the picture. It is a Star Wars helmet.
it does look like a stormtrooper indeed. So yeah.
The first, I mean, there is a blueback in the back though, so it is Icarus, but Stormtrooper and Icarus, fun. The first terrestrial vehicle to be utilized planetside on Icarus is a form of hoverbike. While not typically available to prospectors, a series of operations take you through the process of obtaining one. So you do missions and you get one. Through less typical means. It requires refined oil to run. Oil is a resource that has been, it is included in the free update, has been added to all 3 current maps. Olympus, Styx and Prometheus as well. So it requires refined oil to run. It can be picked up after placed down, although it's very heavy. It requires a utility slot. And also can be transferred off-world like any mount. So get one on Elysium and use it in your other maps. I wonder how it will handle the forest, but okay.
Probably not that great, but it will be hovering. So, in theory, it means it's gonna hover over water.
Yeah, I would have thought going through the forest would have been particularly cumbersome.
Yeah, but I mean, in my opinion, it should be able to just go over any type of small ridges and dips and rocks. And if it gets stuck on a rock, you will hear me rage.
I'm also thinking of the rivers in Prometheus, especially with the high walls.
Yeah, it might be able
Will
to get
you-
up like certain steep ramps as well. So
But, I mean, will you be able to hop over the river, or are you going to go down in the river and not be able to get out anymore?
I think I should like slowly descend, like as if it's like free falling kind of stuff, because it shouldn't just go vlomp down. I mean, I don't know. The Star Wars ones do, but yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
TBC.
it's going to be a while before we get there, though. But.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
A little bit.
Missions and operations, featuring an all-new mission chain that extends the story of Icarus, which was started basically in Prometheus. It now continues in Elysium. Another side quest chain to unlock Icarus' first planetside vehicle. So you have to do multiple missions. And many other side quests, which will unlock certain traders to also appear on other maps. Danger Horizons adds 17 missions that take you on a journey across this new map with unique rewards like the new hoverframe vehicle. Also, if we have a quick look at the picture, looks like an armor set we get here, but I'm more looking at the very last one. Will give you 3 talent points. Like the finality mission in Prometheus, the Ironclad in Styx, was a Nightfall in Olympus. So we'll be getting an extra 3 talent points.
I would say that would be a good one, but it'll be a little bit further down in the quest tree. So pretty much as per usual towards the end.
Yeah,
right?
it is the last of the storyline missions.
So pretty much we will be ticked up all the way to T5, and plus, you know, set up pretty well by the time we get there. So, but good
But
goal
if we
to work
look at
towards.
if we look at the text underneath this mission here, unlocks a Norex liaison in this open world region, allowing biomass to be traded for creature parts. So you give biomass, you get creature parts. This
So
way,
that was actually the way you thought it. You mentioned that this is the way that you wanted it.
yeah. I mean, otherwise
So-
it's
so-
just another form of the organic residue cleanser.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
That actually kind of makes it sound like you're going to be creating, you know, Franken creature.
No, what this is going to allow you to do is, for example, make the Garganton armor on Elysium.
Right. Okay.
and make the quarrite throne on Olympus. Well, is Olympus. So quarrite throne on sticks.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not sure if you can. I'm not sure whether or not you can get vestiges. It says creature parts. I believe vestiges isn't part of it, so making the trophies is going to be tough because you need the vestiges for it. But hey, at least we can make the other components like modules or the Frenzy Tonic. There's the Greganeton Frenzy Tonic, which increases your melee damage, decreases your mining output. So not good for resource collection, but very good for melee fighting. And like 1000% stam regen. So you can basically keep on hitting.
Yeah.
So if with this one you can actually make the tonic in other open worlds as well, which makes a melee build a more feasible build in other maps, and even more feasible build in other maps as well.
So where we are, we have missions operations in the notes.
Sorry? If we go back to here, missions operations, yeah, that's where we are.
Right.
So next part, radioactive zones. Some items, objects and zones in Elysium are radioactive, creating a radial area of effect that slowly irradiates players. As radiation builds, prospectors will progress through stages of sickness, mild, acute and terminal, each providing a progressively worse debuff. Now, protective gear such as the new hazmat suit or the containment armor can help reduce radiation exposure, and several new medicines have been added to gradually remove accumulated radiation. So not an insta-cure, but curing over time.
Yeah, or increasing resistance, I would say.
Resistance is capped at 75%. You will not be able to get beyond 75% radiation resistance.
Yes, but I would assume there are certain consumables, such as Rad X, which is, from the Fallout universe. It would be something similar where you've got armors, but you also have actual consumables because you're not at that level yet. So the late game stuff would be like hazmat suits and enclosed armor, biomech kind of things, but there would probably be consumables as well. But moving on.
Stackable items and consumables, but it is still capped at 75%.
We haven't read that part yet, but it's good to know. Yes.
Some of the edibles and stuff might be able to like slow the progress of it.
Yeah, that's
as opposed to like trying to wipe it out.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So radiation, like radiation resistance, so the effects is slowed down. And I got this. That's the wrong button. I got this info directly from the Discord from the devs. Resistance is kept at 75%. Just to keep that in mind. Now within
so it's just basically teaching you to be far more mindful of your surroundings, and the fact that this is completely. I was going to say it's a new planet, but it's all.
I remember how we've been testing with, for example, full damage resistance builds. That one is kept at 99%. So no matter how much items you stack and how many buffs you stack, you still cannot get 100% full resistance anymore. Radiation resistance is kept in the same way, but at 75%.
Yeah. So it's never going to be something you can completely eliminate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So within
during play. Yeah.
Yeah. So within these zones, what are we going to do with the uranium deposits?
Now, within the radioactive zones are large uranium deposits. Uranium extraction units can be placed on these deposits to gather raw uranium, which itself is also radioactive and must be processed before it can be used for crafting or further extraction. So basically look at it like miasmic items. We now also have radioactive items. the difference is miasmic items, as soon as you put the stuff in a storage, the miasmic effects are gone from your character. And there is no radiation, miasmic effects like around the items. This will be different for radioactive items though. The radiation poison will stay in your character, so you need like anti-radiation medicine. Also, if you put stuff in, radioactive stuff in a cabinet, there will be radiation around that cabinet.
Okay, so that would suggest we maybe have to be able to build something along the lines of, like a lead-based sort of container that would keep that
An extra storage
contained.
shack, an extra storage shack next to the base where you store your radioactive items until you process them.
Yeah, and don't leave them next to your mount.
Might not be the best idea indeed.
You'll suddenly go and try and get on your mount and it's got 3 heads instead of 2.
That would be fun though. Maybe they can do more damage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now, unique to the radiation zones are several mutated creatures drawn to uranium extraction. These creatures will actively attack both personnel, both prospectors and their extraction devices while active. So actively attack, so basically be very aggroed on them. And looks like a quite mutated prospector here. I think these is the ones which were referred to in future content as irradiated prospectors. We have seen that one named a couple of times in future content.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to uranium processing, uranium extracted from these areas can be processed in a nuclear centrifuge, creating several byproducts, some of them useful, some of them dangerous. First of all, uranium rods. These can be delivered back to the orbital workshop to be used as an exotic currency, to purchase the newly available workshop gear, or can be sold for N. But these can also be used on the planet to run a nuclear generator for a lot of electricity. Uranium rods are radioactive and will taint an area without radiation when stored in containers or carried in mounts or on prospectors. So unlike miasmic, you chuck it in your mount and no one cares. Nuclear rods, uranium rods, if you put them in your mount, they still will be radioactive. Hiya, chicken, welcome.
Hey, chicken. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
So next to uranium rods, we will also get inert uranium ingots. Now, these are a core crafting component for a lot of the new equipment, deployables and items, exclusive to Dangerous Horizons. Uranium is only found in Dangerous Horizons, so inert uranium ingots is indeed exclusive to Dangerous Horizons.
Yeah, it's going to be the new electronics, isn't it? Everything's going to need them.
I reckon it's going to be needed for all the new tier 5 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now, these ingots also offer the unique opportunity to be converted via the chemistry bench into other high tier materials, making them a true dynamic metal. So not only a direct building material, but you can also convert it into other items. I haven't tested it out yet, so I have no idea which items you can turn them into, which materials. But now these ingots are inert and can be safely stored without the risk of radiation tainting nearby objects. And then there's the radioactive waste, a byproduct of processing uranium that will clog inventories and irradiate all objects and creatures around them. It's up to prospectors where and how they decide to store or discard their waste. Just dump it in a lake.
Little bit New Zealand spelling.
Yeah. But we in proper human phase will just be throwing it in the lake.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
when?
then we'll make the fish glow in the dark.
Exactly. We'll catch him. We'll hang him up in the base, and we'll have free lights and such.
Yeah.
Do you know when the double XP event is going to end? Well, it's going to be at least a week, chicken. Maybe longer, but at least a week. It's enabled in this week's update. So the first time it can be disabled again will be next week's update. So at least 1 week of double XP. But yeah, uranium rods, either send them up to space as new currency or use them in your prospect. Kind of basically how they changed the purple exotics, which you can now use for the breeding serums as well. Either send them up to space to buy stuff in the workshop with, or use them on the planet to craft the serums. Gonna be the same with uranium rods. We get a couple of new armor pieces, new armor sets, I should say. The Bastion armor, crafted through a process of combining uranium and titanium. This creates a strong protective armor. I reckon it's going to be the first one. It's very bulky armor. Indeed, very strong armor.
That means it's probably going to weigh a lot then.
Yeah, it gave a lot of resistance, I'd say. Hey,
Yeah.
Stratja. Yeah, I thought of it being only 1 week, but thought missed them saying when it's ending. No, it didn't state when it's going to end, chicken.
Might be longer
No.
than a week to celebrate the start of it, so it might be, multiple. And as usual, they might say 1 week, but then it lasts 3 weeks due to them never actually patching through the stop command. So who knows?
The last double XP events, they deliberately extended it to 2 weeks. Anyway, armor sets. The newest hazmat suit offers complete protection against radiation and cave sickness, but at the cost of physical protection. I reckon it's going to be the yellow one. Look at the little round eyeglasses. They're like eyes looking to the left, to the next, to the containment armor.
Yeah.
Funny. We have the containment armor, adapted from the hazmat exosuits. This configuration, crafted from uranium and synthetic fibers, keeps you mobile while minimizing exposure. The best storm protection available. Storm protection. And you know what this made me think of? There is this game which just went into early access, where you basically make a neural link to some kind of animal and you run around on the planet as an animal. I don't know whether or not you've seen it on YouTube. That helmet looks a lot like this one here. But little sidestep.
Oh, we'll just have to take your word for it.
And then there's the stabilization armor. Uses advanced medical technology to provide chemicals directly into the bloodstream to promote recovery. Purchased for Ren and uranium exotics from the orbital workshop. Okay. So a heal boost or something. And this is actually the armor we just saw in the picture on the guy riding on the raptor. And it's also the armor in the new start screen of the game. Let's looking interesting. Look at the boots as well. But yeah, the Bastion armor, that one looks dope. Juggernaut. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I look at the Bastion armor.
We'll be able to see them, but they'll look pretty cool. But with lasers.
Yep. Lasers. Dangerous Horizons introduces laser weapons to Icarus. Now, the laser sidearm supports several attachments that let you modify the light emitted to deal frost, fire, poison or electric damage, allowing you to tailor it to your target. So you can choose which elemental damage you want to do. Basically like the kinetic rifle, which has the upgrade which lets you choose between frost, miasmic and fire. This one has the same 3 and also electric damage, which by the way is going to be very good against the drones. Electric armor. Now I reckon it's going to be a chance to deal electric, but combine it with your iron backpack, for example. The mining laser gives prospectors a high energy cutting beam designed to vaporize rock and reveal valuable ore with precision, all from a safe distance. So no longer jumping up to the roof of the cave to get that last piece of ore, or very carefully descend in a pit in a cave. Just use your mining laser. Assuming, in the case of a pit, that is actually putting the ore stack in your inventory.
Collected.
Yeah. If it's just like
thinking,
mining
that would put pay. Yeah, I was just thinking that would put pay to ramps in a cave. But if you still have to pick the stuff up, then you still have to be able to get to the bottom of a pit safely.
Yeah, but at least it will help you with the notice at the ceiling.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, lasers.
Although ceiling nodes are an awful lot easier to get than pit nodes, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, lasers, they're gonna use Ruby. Ruby being an Elysium only resource means lasers is exclusive to Elysium. Just saying. Unless they make alternate recipes. Wow. Hey Hunter, welcome. How you doing?
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Friendly NPC encampments. A faction has established a base, Eden, in a rock formation in the deserts of Elysium prior to your arrival. Missions will ultimately take you there to rendezvous with an old friend. Welcome to Eden. Wave. Victor is watching. Let's see, what else does it say? Unless you're a TPS, then you can. I like hammers. Wipe your feet. Funny. Been super busy with work, working those 12-hour shifts. Just looked at PatchNotes and man, it's crazy. I know, right? I hope the game gains more attention with this update. So far, does look like it, yeah. Also, the console launch did also bring the game under the attention of more people. The console launch, which is like 20 days away still, including the delays, etc. So not all attention is positive attention, but still attention nonetheless. We get a central mission hub. Eden will serve as your central mission hub on Elysium, as the contact board and orbital exchange interface are initially unavailable. One side note, if you drop in on a new open world, you have to build a contact board, and I reckon it will tell you like, hey, go here and find Eden. Orbital exchange interface is not available. So there is no, well, I wouldn't say no way, there's always ways. But there is no normal way, let's put it that way, to get extra stuff from the workshop. No orbital exchange interface. In your own base. Let's try not to put too many spoilers out. But yeah, no contact board, or very limited function of the contact board, and no orbital exchange interface, which you can like carry with you and plonk down wherever you want. Keep that in mind, especially if you have a wolf pack in orbit. You want to do a boss fight. Normally you plonk down an object exchange interface, call down your wolf pack right there where you want to do the boss fight, and grab your wolves. Yeah, that's not going to happen on Elysium. I have no idea about the lore behind it. We know you couldn't do it in the null sector, but that's the lore behind the null sector was like electromagnetic radiation, and that's why there's no orbital exchange interface, and that's why there is no map, etc., etc. You know, satellites can't see anything. I don't know about any lore behind why it's not working in Elysium. But keep that in mind so you don't get any unwelcome surprises. We get interactable NPCs. After completing the operations to unlock those NPCs, traders can be invited to live in Eden, creating a central on-base trading hub. Additionally, a culinary specialist has been added, running a small food shop that sells emergency provisions for Ren. It's the first time you can actually use Ren planet side.
Yeah.
We expect more traders and NPCs to be added to both Eden and the base game over time. So they're basically testing this out. If it works proper, we will be getting more NPCs and more traders, both in Elysium and in the other maps. Well, we have already seen in the mission list there's missions that unlock certain traders for the other maps. So
Yeah. I wonder whether or not those traders will give us challenges later on.
there
You know, like
is a
side
mission to
missions or
unlock them.
something that you could run for some extra, like some extra Ren or some
There is already
small reward.
a side quest to unlock them, so that's where you have to do the challenge, I reckon. And then they're just there as a trader, and you can, like, I don't know, sell crops for Ren or sell fish for Ren or whatever, depending on the trader.
Mm.
Unique
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
unique resources added in this update. Lithium tools set.
Ooh.
As the primary material for a new toolset on Elysium, lithium gear is powered, providing unique bonuses, but requiring charging either at your base or in the field. Lithium being an Elysium exclusive material, you can only make these on Elysium.
Okay.
Like the Obsidian, the Miasmic and the Cold Steel tools before, each lithium tool provides unique abilities when collecting resources. For the axe, gain organic resin and tree sap when felling. So no infected bark like with the Miasmic axe, but organic resin straight away. And tree
And
sap.
tree saps, but yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
Or you just go kill spiders for tree sap. And for organic resin and silk.
Yeah, but if you can get it from trees without worrying about spiders, then
Once you have your proper gear and high HP foods and to resist the physical part of the attacks, green pills so you can ignore
yeah,
the
I suppose,
poison, then
yeah,
spiders aren't that bad anymore.
yeah. I suppose by the time you get to that point, spiders aren't that much of an issue, really, are you?
Exactly. Pickaxe. Gain ionic dust when mining. Those things will be explained below here. If you use a sickle,
Okay.
you get tainted plant DNA when reaping with a sickle, lithium sickle. Lithium knife converts bone and leather into carbon paste when skinning. Nice.
Wow.
And sledgehammer, gain ionic dust when breaking rocks. This makes me wonder, is the sledgehammer going to be able to mine stone from boulders?
Mm, does a sledgehammer already break boulders?
No, it does not.
Then I would assume that the answer is no, then.
I don't know. Sledgehammer currently used for clay, obsidian and scoria nodes, so to say. And
Yeah, but
they're very good against buildings, by the way.
yeah, but rocks you can get with a pickaxe, they come as a completely different mesh.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be recognized for the sledgehammer to start with.
I don't know. Maybe the lithium sledgehammer can. I don't know. Are lithium
Well,
and
you
limestone
you
only found in Elysium? Lithium for sure. Limestone, I'm not sure. Limestone, definitely Elysium. It's a good one. I don't know. I haven't seen that one in either list actually. So either Elysium only or all maps. So limestone, I do not know.
I can confirm that lithium limestone is in Elysium.
Yes, it is in Elysium. The question is it also going to be in the other maps? I don't know. I can't say right now.
I don't.
I'd say go out and check it out.
I don't think so, because I've been playing all my other open worlds, desperately trying to catch up.
Yes,
And I
but
haven't. The only
have
place
you
I know
played
where
them?
limestone is Elysium.
Have you played
So,
them after the update dropped?
well,
Because limestone
no.
was added in this update. So everything you played before the update dropped, you can't say anything about limestone. Lithium also
Okay, well,
found in
that
caves. I have no idea,
to be
chicken.
confirmed then.
I have no idea, chicken. I've played like 2.5 hours yesterday, and I haven't ventured far from my base. So I haven't even, I visited like 2 or 3 caves or so, 2 I believe. So I have no idea about lithium. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, continuing patch notes. So ionic dust, which you get with a pickaxe, can be converted into iron, copper or gold at the chemistry bench.
Excellent. Those are things that are always in short supply
Yeah.
on any open world.
On the other hand, by the time you can make the lithium tools, you're probably so far enough along that you don't really need that much of this no more. Like, assuming there will be deep veins in Elysium, you should have
Yeah.
placed drills by then. But still, it is nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to make an assumption jump here that because we're getting all this different stuff in Elysium, that the deep vein ores would be less than what we've been used to, because it's supposed to be a harder map, right? So that would suggest that resources are not necessarily as easy to get a hold of, and so therefore, maybe a thumper more often in order to replenish the ores, yada yada.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll have to. Sorry, we'll have to wait and see.
We will indeed. I can't wait.
But let's continue with the patch notes. Tainted plant DNA. This can be infused with purple exotics, tainted plant DNA and purple exotics, to create volatile exotic bulbs, which can be planted to produce a single harvest of unstable exotics, the red ones, previously only found in Prometheus. Keep in mind, you need tainted plant DNA, which you only get if you have the lithium sickle. So this is only going to be Elysium. Don't expect like, oh, now I can do red exotics on Olympus and Styx. No, you cannot. Single harvest though, so either they have increased the plant fatigue, like made a new plant and increased the plant fatigue a lot, or got like, you get like 100% plant fatigue straight away after harvesting the Prometheus planted red exotics. But you can get your crop plots, if you use the aeroponics plot, up to 400% growth speed, including water and fertilizer and everything. So you can get a 4th harvest out of the normal plants. So this being a single harvest one, that's something we will have to test out once we get to that point, which will take some time.
We're gonna have to figure out who's going to be doing what. So
Lithium bow and crossbow, new pinnacle for string weapons, crafted planet side. Lithium bow and crossbow, like other lithium gear, can utilize a charged battery to add electrical damage to their attacks, giving all arrows a chance to shock targets, affecting their movement speed and damage output. Chance, so it's percentage based. Again, combine it with your iron backpack, but like every type of arrow. So you get a poison arrow and you can do poison and electric. Interesting.
Yeah, I reckon they're definitely for drones.
Electric is very good against drones, yes, but also other enemies. Affects movement speed and damage output. Not bad.
Yeah.
Uranium. Elysium is the source of a powerful new resource, uranium. Core ingredient in everything from new ammo, equipment and armor sets all the way to hover frames. Plural hover frames. It can even be processed and sent up to orbit as the latest exotic resource used in the orbital workshop. Unfortunately, though, it's highly radioactive and can only be unearthed in hazardous new zones found in this inhospitable new area. So, Elysium only. Rubies, sourced from mining, ruby crystals can be shaped at the glass working bench so they can be used in light focusing equipment required by weapons like the laser sidearm and the mining laser. Again, Ruby is Elysium exclusive. Furthermore, we have achievements. 51 new achievements, ranging from Jurassic Perks to Drill Baby Drill and Gun Fishing, awarded for engaging with all Icarus systems from animal taming, missions, fishing, exploration and much more. Foods and recipes. Elysium has several new additions for those culinary adventurers as well, with 4 new plants and 20 new recipes, utilizing them from garlic bread and onion rings to tequila.
Ooh.
Tequila! Side note here, Culinex backpack, Karel, is being worked on, but kind of on the back burner with Kepler and with Elysium. But I've been talking earlier this week to devs about this a little bit, provided them with some more info, and hopefully they will be able to fix the Culinex backpack buffed food breaking stomach slots. But they are working on it. So now we continue to the free Kepler update part. Now, while Elysium remains exclusive destination for the Dangerous Horizons expansion, we've made many of the new items, resources and core features available across every map. This ensures that the innovations we have built for our latest content can be enjoyed no matter where you play. To keep the community together, we have maintained our host-owned multiplayer policy. Only the host needs to own the DLC to start the prospect. Then everyone else can just join in regardless whether or not they have the DLC. However, every DLC purchase funds the continued development of these free resource updates and the future of the game. In other words, if you enjoy it, do consider buying the DLC for yourself, even though you don't need it to play, to support the devs so they can continue giving us these amazing updates. Also the free updates. Then we go into Tier 5 manufacturing. Tier 5 introduces... Yeah? No. Tier 5 introduces the latest manufacturing technology available planet-side. A crude oil, it's refining into refined oil, and the byproducts such as plastics, synthetic compounds, and a new bulky epoxy recipe can be accessed across all regions of Icarus, giving prospectors and manufacturers new ways to craft advanced items and equipment. Oil deposits have been discovered across all maps, Olympus, Styx, and Prometheus, providing one of Tier 5's most essential resources, crude oil.
Cool.
These deposits are key to advancing manufacturing capabilities and craft some of the most advanced items in Icarus. Crude oil can be extracted using pump jacks and transported via piping to refining facilities, where it can be processed into refined oil and a variety of valuable byproducts. Keep in mind, due to the addition of oil geysers this week, there will be a flood reset, meaning on all existing prospects, felled trees and mined rocks will respawn. The same what we had in week 216's update
Yep.
is happening again now, this time intended. This
That
may
helps.
Yeah. So-
and at least in week 216 you've learned how to deal with it. Cut
Yeah, in
cut
other
your
words,
trees
if-
from the
if-
top side so they do
Yeah.
the least amount of damage.
Yeah.
This may cause some disruptions to bases, but it is a necessary cost for the oil inclusion. So, sure, it's a bit annoying and can be quite annoying, especially if you all of a sudden have an entire forest back in your base. On the other hand, that's the price you'll have to pay for getting oil deposits in your map.
Well, they did say that, previously it was unintended, and moving forward, when it would happen, they would let people know as it is intended, which they are doing, which is
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. The other way you can look at it is, yes, it's a little bit inconvenient. However, you get all those resources back for free.
and it increases the
So
performance of your prospects.
Suddenly, you've got an overflow of wood resources. You've got an overflow of, nodes that you've previously mined off. So there is an upside to it.
And like I said, it's an improvement of your prospect performance, because it removes a
Yeah.
lot of delta data. Delta
Yeah.
data related to the mined rocks and to the harvested trees. It does not say anything about mined nodes though. Only says something about trees and rocks. So, just saying.
Yeah, but you still get all those extra resources.
Yeah. Oil refinement. Refined oil can be obtained through two different methods using the new Tier 5 material processing machines. The crude oil refiner and the natural ore processor. Now the crude oil refiner produces refined oil directly from crude oil. This method requires locating an oil geyser and transporting the refined oil in barrels from a processing facility. So basically, get yourself an oil vein, put a pump jack on, hook it up to your crude oil refiner, and then you go back and forth with a couple of barrels of oil in your buffalo with cart, because it has like 5-6 bulk slots. So you can be transporting a lot of refined oil that way. The natural oil processor, on the other hand, offers an alternative, converting biofuel directly into refined oil. When connected to an organic extractor, which turns organic material into biofuel, which makes me think, is this a new machine? It allows farmers to generate oil naturally and pipe it directly into the processor for continuous production. So it does look like organic extractor is a new machine. It can connect it to the natural oil processor, because the current biofuel composters don't have such a connection. New machine. which turns
the
organic
organic
matter into biofuel. Okay.
the organic extractor is already it's tier 4. Is it not? Is it
No,
not the round
that is
thing?
the electric biofuel composter.
No,
Yes.
I'm talking about there's in tier 4 there's an
Yeah.
organic extractor that looked like a
Are you
metal
talking?
ring.
Are you talking about the organic residue cleanser? Because an organic
No.
extractor, I don't recall having seen ever before, and I've built everything. The ring. Oh, you mean the tier 4 thing which you need to extract the red exotics from the trees in Prometheus, the metal ring.
Yes. Yes.
No, it is not this. This is a different thing.
Okay. Okay. I thought that was called an extract.
Yeah, they're definitely talking about a different bench here.
Okay.
Yeah, turn organic matter into biofuel. There's a new, an extra use for all our strawberries, for example. Chunk it in the organic extractor, turn it into biofuel, turn it into refined oil. Not bad.
Does that now mean that we also have another use for spoiled plants? Does that get included in organic matter?
I don't know. It can be turned into a biofuel, spoiled plants. But yeah, you could as well put the plants. Oh no, you can't
And
turn any plants directly into biofuel. Yeah, Karel?
but now I'm just looking at the tools. They look quite cool.
Oh yeah. The ones above here. They look good.
Well, the next part in the thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now once refined, oil can be used in a polymerizer to craft plastics, synthetics, compounds, and even a new bulk epoxy recipe. Perfect for those too busy to hunt mammoths. Then we get to industrial equipment. The absolute peak of planet-side resource gathering tech is introduced in Tier 5 in the form of the chainsaw and a jackhammer, which run off of refined oil. We also introduced the nail gun, which, when charged and stocked with nails, allows you to repair structures from afar. No more dangerous climbing to repair the ceiling in a storm. Well, dangerous climbing, then it means you have your ceiling too high.
Which, with the large trophies, does happen from time to time.
That is
But it would
true.
also be
That is
interesting
true.
to
It's
see.
you need a 5 high room to put them in. You're right.
Yeah, but it looks pretty cool, and it's, new repair tools. I'm assuming it's also very quick, like one shot might repair something. So, you could maybe, jump off, quickly shoot the ramps heading up if they were destroyed by something, and then you can just jump back on your mount and keep on going.
Now you already know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to be aiming at you and pulling the trigger, see if it works.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen, but I'll do it. I'll test the chainsaw, see if it actually lobs your head off. We'll experiment.
Yeah. And like, what happens if you hit someone in the head with a jackhammer?
Yeah. What happens when I have this chainsaw into you? It's like, oh, it killed you. Oh, who would have thought that was gonna kill you?
Exactly.
I thought
Exactly.
it was gonna scratch your back.
No, that's what the jackhammer is for.
So that you can dig yourself a bigger hole.
Like Corne's lying down in the bed and like.
And I'm like, go on. I like this massage.
Lower, yes.
Okay, NPC traders. 12 new NPC missions across Olympus, Styx, and Prometheus. Okay, so those... I always assumed there were missions in Olympus you had to do to unlock these traders for the other maps. Apparently, these missions are on the other maps. Okay.
Oh.
So while NPC humans introduce a new threat with Kepler, not all of them are hostile. New NPC traders have been added to Olympus, Styx and Prometheus and can be unlocked through new operations. Once their respective operation is completed, Each trader will remain available, ready to exchange various raw materials for Ren. Dedicated trays are available for fish, crops and animal vestiges. So the taxidermy knife gets a new life, basically. You can keep on collecting all the deer vestiges and chamois vestiges and rabbit vestiges, and you can just sell them for Ren. Cool.
Yes, suddenly there's a use for all those cave worm vestiges you get.
Yeah. NPC Biomass Trader. For prospectors who have defeated some of the greatest threats on Icarus, the Norx Exchange now offers a new opportunity. Trade your biomass for boss-specific items, allowing equipment that was previously uncraftable on certain maps to now be crafted across all maps. Again, I have read somewhere something about vestiges not being part of it, so making them trophies might not be possible, but let's
But
just
you were right
hope
with
that,
the
for example, the
assumption.
Garganton armor does not need a vestige for the head part. I don't think so, though.
But you were right with the fact that you would buy the actual parts.
Yeah.
Where we were wrong when we read the patch notes before, because it was very ambiguous about what it was meaning.
True, true. Access is granted only once you've proven you're up to the challenge. So do the missions to unlock those traders. New defensive structures. Flame turret and the Tesla coil.
Ooh.
For those who are absolutely confident in the flame retardant nature of their base, including the N, eh? Including the N. Yeah, very important. Retardant nature of the base. The new flame turret and Tesla coil are new additions to Prospector's base defense arsenal. Flamethrower and fire I can understand. Tesla coil and fire? I'd say it does do electric damage, not fire damage, but okay. It does look cool though. I wonder what the
Yeah,
electricity
but
requirements are going to be.
lightning causes fire if it hits the anything combustible.
That is true.
As we have put out many fires as a result of.
Yeah, that's true. So make a base in the middle of the lake and put Tesla coils down there and see all the fish die.
Makes your fish traps a little bit null and void, doesn't it?
Exactly. We get some new fortifications as well, for those who prefer to take a more hands-on approach to base defense. All existing fortifications are now available in stone and concrete variants, with new platforms allowing you to navigate your walls more safely and target creatures outside the wall with much greater precision. Like these overhanging platform thingies. That's nice. Because before you had to like stand on top of the wall and then a Dreadwing on Prometheus, Dreadwing comes and knocks you off the wall and you fall in your own spikes and stuff. Less risk with these platforms. Looking
Sounds
fancy.
good.
This is like concrete wall by the looks of it.
Curved concrete wall, I'm noticing.
No, straight concrete walls, but these do not snap to building grids. Fortification walls do not snap to grid. So
Okay.
that's how you can make a curved wall. New building pieces. One of our most frequently requested additions have been expanded building options, particularly curved structures. Now with the Kepler update, we're introducing both curved and diagonal building pieces to give players greater flexibility in the designs. In addition, we have added 2 brand new construction sets, ice and limestone. And actually, Chicken, this answers your question about limestone. Limestone is part of the free update. So not Elysium exclusive. Free update also available on the other maps. Which would indicate that limestone is going to be available on all 3 other maps as well.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. To an extent, by the way, to an extent. I just see this part about limestone. First, though, following construction set now includes curved pieces, ice being a new material, stone, scoria, glass, stone brick, clay brick, scoria brick, tempered glass, which is basically the reinforced glass, and concrete. No wood, no beeswax wood. No thatch, but like stone and further, tier 2 and higher. Have the curved pieces. Limestone actually is a brand new resource found naturally on Elysium, but can be purchased from the orbital workshop for Ren. So limestone, Elysium, yeah, Elysium only, naturally, but you can buy it like obsidian and like scoria and clay, etc. You can buy a packet in the workshop and call it down. Limestone recipes include building materials and some alternate recipes for glass, steel and concrete. There is a bug where the limestone building pieces are in the database still pointing to the concrete pieces. It's supposed to be its own building set, which is a reskin of concrete building pieces. So that does mean the same storm resistance, etc. But currently it's like an alternate recipe for concrete. I'm not sure there will be a hotfix for this. There was a hotfix earlier this morning. I'm not sure they knew about this issue before they created the hotfix though. I haven't seen anything about a new hotfix, so I reckon it will be next week's update where it will add the actual limestone building pieces. Just saying. Workshop settles. Now with all the recent flexibility introduced with mounts, allowing you to take them down on a mission, players wanted to be able to land planetside with a saddle ready to go. Makes sense, right? You can bring down or call down a mount, but then you still need a saddle. So we get workshop saddles now. There are now multiple options for saddles you can purchase from the workshop and take down, so you can land even more prepared to hit the ground running. So yeah, you can now bring down your mount. You don't have to first build the ranging station and craft a saddle. No, you can just bring a workshop saddle. I like this. This is very handy. I like this a lot.
It would be even handier if you could send them up with a saddle on and they just keep the saddle on and you bring it down with the same saddle.
No, you'll have to send it up separately. Would it be handy? Not really, because then you might accidentally leave something in a saddle. What's going to happen with what is still in the saddle? Preferably, you don't lose it.
True enough.
Just saying. We get some new armors. And I reckon... Yeah, I don't know. Is this workshop or planet side? It doesn't really state, huh? No. Probably planet side crafted then. We get the Resurgent armor. A synthetic bioloop system turned for a regenerative performance in hostile environment. And we get the Dusty Miner armor, specialized armor designed specifically for survival and resource retrieval in the case of Icarus. Grants bonuses battling cave-based creatures and increased mining yield. Maybe, Echo. I mean, I don't care about the worms, I just kill them. And I already have increased yield, but hey, even more increased yield is always welcome.
Yeah.
It looked like the catcher at the baseball game, this helmet. Like,
yeah.
Just saying. And the other one looks a lot like composite armor.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Again, with a stormtrooper's helmet.
Exactly. I was looking at this and was like, hey, maybe this is the armor the guy was wearing on the hover bike.
Yeah.
Anyway, new attachments. Tier 5 also offers the new Specialist tier of 15 brand new or upgraded tiers of attachments for your tools, weapons and armor. So we had the alteration bench in tier 3. You could make the basic attachments. We had the advanced alteration bench in tier 4, which gave us the advanced attachments and some new ones you couldn't make in tier 3. Now we get a tier 5 one as well. It does not state anything about a new attachment bench though, alteration station. So maybe they're craftable in the tier 4 alteration station. I don't know. This little icon thingy here is an older icon they plan to maybe use for Elysium. This has been changed. It's a different icon now. But just saying. But yeah, specialist tool durability attachments, so even less durability loss, etc. Specialist tool stamina attachment, use even less stamina. Specialist knife vestige attachment.
Ooh.
So basically, put it on and every knife will give you a vestige. Basically the same like there's this one backpack in the workshop, which kind of does the same. Interesting. But yeah, new attachments. For next week, there will be a Kepler follow-up. Next week, we'll add all the things that didn't make the cut for the Dangerous Horizons launch, plus any fixes required for issues identified at or soon after launch. Kinda to be expected, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah, next week will be a bunch of fixes for issues in the Kepler update. That's fine. Rather this way, personally, rather this way than postponing Kepler a week, because next weekend I won't be home. At least this weekend I'm home, so I can play Kepler. So I'm glad they did it this way.
Yeah, and I'm working Sundays.
Now, your support makes these updates possible. As already said, consider buying DLCs if you want to support the devs in providing us with all the free content. Currently, there is a 15% discount on the complete set bundle. There is the discount upon launch for Dangerous Horizons DLC, etc. But yeah, do consider buying DLC. I mean, try it out, and if you like it, buy it to support the devs. As soon as I'm done with the long work shifts, I'm going to play non-stop. I hear ya, Hunter. I hear ya. Yeah. Okay. Then we finally get to the changelog. We're over an hour in already. Unlike other times, first let's have a look at the future content. Adding legendary chainsaw part in animation. Actually, you can already see it in the workshop, in the Bioshop part. We will be getting a new legendary weapon. Not yet available. It will be coming. And the Worm Queen trophy is at the moment devlocked. It's not gated behind the devlock talent. So apparently you can't make Worm Queen trophy yet. Looks like. It's fine though. Especially for us, we aren't there yet. Not by a long shot. And then the new content. And that is basically a whole lot. And it's basically all Kepler. And in our subsequent gameplay, we're gonna be starting a new open world with a new character. So we won't be getting to here anyway. We discussed a lot of this already in the normal patch notes. So for a change, I want to propose to like, let's skip this new content because I wanna get into gameplay. You know, there's a lot to go
Yep.
through here.
I don't
Yeah.
mind skipping it.
Yeah, so if we go through this all, we'll be busy for another 2 hours. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, no, I am quite happy to skip the new content, seeing as we're going to be experiencing it firsthand anyway.
Yes, but not today. Like I said,
No.
this is like very advanced stuff. We're gonna be starting from scratch. If I look at how far I got yesterday with 2.5 hours of gameplay, yeah, we'll be busy a lot before we get there. I do have to admit the 2 times the double XP event is very nice in leveling fast, so you're getting your blueprint and talent points. And you'll also now experience the moment you get your first level, you'll see you have a whole bunch of talent points. Not just one, but a whole bunch
Some
more.
of us will.
For Karel, it's, I believe, 11, because you haven't done a quiet yet. For Echo, it's a couple less. But yeah, you will be getting a nice amount of talent points. But we'll discuss this all once we are down planetside. Also, who's gonna specialize in what. For now, I'm gonna call it. We'll be taking a 15-minute break, and then we will be back with gameplay, in which we will start a new hard mode Elysium open world. New characters, no space gear. Like, go in all naked without anything, and let's see if we need the death counter today. Like on yesterday we didn't need it. Maybe we'll need it today, but we will see. So
Are you going to give us individual death counters, though?
I don't know. Then your death counter will like spin half the screen, and Carl and mine will still be at 0 or something. So maybe just
Yeah,
one
well,
generic one.
it would be interesting just to see exactly how much bait I do create.
We will be keeping track, Echo. Don't you worry. But yeah, Carl, Echo, thanks for helping out with the patch notes.
Very welcome. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the. It's actually going to be nice to be able to play some subsequent gameplay.
So you too, Carl. I'm gonna mute out and I'm gonna do the stream outro.
Righty.
So yeah, like I said, this is the patch notes for today. We'll be taking a 15-minute break, and we will be back with a new stream featuring our like starting in a new Elysium hard mode open world with new characters, and let's see how well that will go. So I hope you folks enjoyed watching us go through the patch notes. We do this every week, normally also going through the new content and future content a bit more in depth, but again today I want to get to the gameplay. So but yeah, we do this every week this time, and always followed by gameplay. If you did enjoy watching us go through the patch notes, and if you want to get notified next time I stream, feel free to hit that follow button. Or if you watch this on YouTube and you want to get notified next time I upload something, feel free to hit that subscribe button. A like would be appreciated as well. Other than that, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope I will see you folks around.